Let's go. We're starting a series today, College Tip of the Day. I hope you guys are ready for this because I'm ready. Basically, what's going on is on TikTok and Instagram and I guess YouTube Shorts, I post a video, one tip a day about college, how to be a stud. And I guess on YouTube now, what we're doing is I'm going to talk about that point, but I'm going to talk in detail for like 10 minutes about it. So maybe you guys can get something out of it. So here we go. College tip of the day. Drum roll, please. Go to class. That's right. That's it. No, guys, seriously. Go to class. Yes. Class is great because you learn something. It's for your degree. Like, you're not supposed to fail. Like, all those reasons are good as to why you should go to class. But, guys, it's important. The most important part of going to class is that you get to meet people. People are there who are your age, good-looking people, and you guys are surrounded, stuck in a classroom. So what do you think will happen? Maybe you'll meet a nice lady in there, and you guys are like, oh, what are you doing this afternoon? Are you studying? Are you this and that? You start talking about the class. Next thing you know, you go to this lady's house, or she goes to your house, or y'all are studying somewhere, and the rest is history. Who knows? Or you go in and you meet some guys, and these guys are like studs. They work out a bunch, they run, they're like people who you want to be around, and all of a sudden they're like, dude, like, what's up, bro? We should live together, we should go for a run, like, we should do this or do that. Then all of a sudden you're in. These are your friends, and it's all because you chose to go to class. Because if you didn't go to class, these guys wouldn't recognize you. So that's why it's so important to go to class. And now, guys, that is just talking about in the class itself. Now, think about this. When you get in your car to drive, number one, you wake up early because I assume your classes are relatively early. So you wake up early. Boom. Second thing, you're in the car, you drive to class, you park your car, whatever. One of the most important parts of it all is you walking to class. Think about it. You are crossing paths with hundreds of people. Everyone's got their book bag on. You might see that lady that you've been thinking about cross the street. Then you get to say hello. Or maybe you see some friends who are in a different fraternity. You say hello to them. Or you see friends from your fraternity. You say hello. All of a sudden you make plans with them. Oh, bro, like, what are you doing after this? Oh, I got class. You want to go to lunch after? Yeah, let's go. Boom. All of a sudden you have plans. Like, you're doing stuff. You're living the life. Like, this is what college is about these plans that just happen out of nowhere, but it all starts with you making a decision to go to class. So those are all kind of the main points I want to talk about. I mean, dude, there's thousands of points as to why you should go to class, and that was just to name a few, but like, you just get out and about and you're busy, you're doing stuff, like your day is filled up with events. And main thing also is, once you start going to class, obviously, if you're in college, you know this, like, you either have, like, class 3 days a week, 2 days a week, or you have, like, a long 2.5-hour class one time a week. But the more you go to these classes, the more familiar faces you're going to see. So these people are going to keep seeing your face over and over and over again. And so you're going to meet them, and you're going to get the chance to study with them. If your professor is good and they know what they're doing, hopefully you get a chance to like interact with them, and they kind of force you to interact. Because a lot of times in college, some people think it's cool that you just show up in a hoodie, sweatpants, and like you just sit in the corner and like the teacher doesn't really care. It's up to you to decide. Like, that's honestly not what you want, because you're not getting anything out of it. And we're going to talk a lot more about all this kind of stuff, but that's the main point, is you want to find classes that make you kind of connect with people, group up with people, because that's when you're in a group, you start getting everyone's numbers. People start texting each other about the plans, about how to study for this, or what are you guys doing for the presentation. Then you guys all meet up. All of a sudden, you're meeting people, and it's great. And like, you're actually having a blast, and you're meeting people who you never thought you would. And also, just because you're a meathead and all you do is work out in the gym, you're about to meet some dude who all he does is study. And you're like, wow, dude, I never knew I could be friends with this guy. All of a sudden, you got a friend who's a genius. You're friends with some hot girl, and now you like are going on a date with some hot girl, and like, all the above happens, but it's because you are the one who chose to go to class. So that's why it's so important to go to class, guys. I could talk on and on and on about this. And honestly, guys, like, that's what I try to do to the best of my ability. A lot of times I didn't. There were many times where I sat at home in my dorm, slept, like everything wasn't perfect all the time. I learned this advice through 4.5 years of college, of finally waking up a bit and being like, like, I wonder how my life could have been better during these years. And I'm like, well, this is what happens when you go to class. Because every time you go to class, it just feels good. You feel like you're doing the right thing. You know you're doing the right thing, but it's also cool because like you're dressing nice to go to class, because once you're meeting all these people, you want to present yourself well. So then you like start getting your outfits ready for the day. You know, you get cologne, whatever you're doing, and you're showing up to class. You're seeing this nice girl, or you're seeing these dudes all of a sudden, like, and even let's say you start going out, because obviously in college you go out. There's nothing wrong with that. You should go out. So you're going out, you're having fun. All of a sudden, that girl from your class, out of nowhere, is randomly out. How about that? And you're like, holy crap! Like, this is my chance. This is the time. Then you go up to her. You're like, hey, we're in biology class together. Or you maybe you come up with a better line than that. It doesn't really matter. But if you can make that connection like that, obviously, or drink and have a good time, that's it. The work is done. And it's all because you chose to go to class. Or you go to class, let's say you're super interested in science and biology. Maybe this girl is too. Maybe you are both planning on going to med school. Now you have a partner for the next 4 years to actually help you study. And like you can actually like, get better. And then you might meet some of her friends. You guys have a big study session. And it turns out one of these girls is into like neurobiology. And you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm into neurobiology. So all of a sudden you start connecting with her. Then, you get her notes, and then you guys start talking about the plans. Turns out her freaking dad is the director of some hospital that deals with, neurobiology. And you guys get the point. Like, there's so many good things that can happen. And it's just all from the fact that you decided to go to class and show up. And guys, there's going to be days where you don't want to do it, where it sucks, you're hungover, you might still be, I don't know, like you were just in a horrible spot. Yes, it's okay to miss class sometimes. Like sometimes you got to give your body a rest, whatever. I recommend to not do that, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, act like I didn't do that. Like, of course, maybe I slept until like 11 o'clock and I missed 2 classes. Like, of course, like that's college. But as you go on and on, you learn about kind of how to navigate your way through things, just how to do things. So that's tip number 1, fellas, is go to class. It's gonna suck at first. You're gonna feel like it's pointless, but just try and open up a bit. Try and talk to one person. Also, here's another big thing: talk to your neighbor when you go in class. Look, it's like when you sit down here. Here's your chair. There's like a bunch of chairs here or whatever. You sit down, okay? You already know that there's 2 people sitting right here. Maybe you're like this. Maybe you're going like this. And you sit down, right? There's rows in front of you, so you can see all the heads here. There's heads behind you. You just sit here. What's a perfect opportunity to do is, hey, what's up? Like, hopefully the class isn't started. If the class is started, then you don't want to like talk because you're the one talking. You don't want to interrupt, whatever. But if it's before class and like, let's say this person here is like on their phone, and then this person here is like just maybe they're on their phone or just like writing something down or just like chilling. Like you say, what's up? It doesn't matter what you say. You say, what's up, bro? And then he's like, oh, what's up, dude? You say, hey, I'm Will. And then, oh, I'm Caleb. Boom. All of a sudden, you're friends with him. And then he's probably, like, it's the same thing as high school. Like, well, I don't know. Some of you guys are, like, assigned seats. I don't know. All high schools are different. But if you establish a connection with this dude right here and you guys just start talking, he's going to sit here probably every week, every couple days. I mean, like, if you guys have 3 times a week, 3 times of the week, he's probably going to sit here. So this is gonna be your spot and his spot. So then you guys are buddies. Then this girl, once you stop talking to Caleb, you say, "Hey, I'm Will." Just be friendly, be open, dude. Like people want this kind of energy in their life. "Hey, I'm Will." "Hey, I'm Samantha." "Hey, it's nice to meet you." And then I don't know, whatever class is it, you can say whatever. You can say, I don't know. What I used to do, what I personally like, is just like ask how old they are. Like, are you a freshman too? Or whatever. Just start like some dialogue. dialogue is like, oh, is this, are you are you a history major? Are you a science major? Are you trying to go to med school? Like, just like one thing I learned about, literally, where's this book at? This book, Never Split the Difference. I was just reading it, and it was talking about a good way to like start conversations is label things. Just like instead of like not knowing what to say, just like say the thing that's happening right now. Like, oh, are you excited for this class? Do you want to be here? Do you not want, like, whatever? Just like label what's happening. And so I don't know. That's just another kind of conversational tip. But like, get to know your people around you. You never know what happens. Also, what's important, if there is a really good looking girl, like let's say a lot of time in the beginning of the class, you don't know if these people are going to stay in the class. So Caleb and Samantha, you don't know if they're going to stay in the class because you can drop classes. They might think it sucks. You might be annoying. They're like, I want to get away from this guy. Whatever the case may be, they might be leaving the class. But if you really like these people, you should get their contact immediately. That day, you should get it, because you don't know if Caleb's going to leave or Samantha's going to leave. And you might show up on, let's say this was Monday. On Wednesday, you show up to find your seat. You look around. Where's Caleb? Where's Samantha? They're gone because they dropped the class. Now, you have no idea. Now you're just like reminiscing about wishing that you would have got their number. Just get their number now. Like, if you know that you like them and you probably want to see them again, obviously this dudes are kind of weird. Like, yeah, you would maybe want to see him. Like, you'd have to establish a pretty strong connection with a dude to be like let's hang out. Like, for a girl, all you really have to do is think she's pretty. And, I mean, you just say something about studying, like, hey, I don't know, like, everyone's game is different, but just say something about studying. Just, I don't know, like, if you actually start talking to her. Now, if you just say hello and you don't say anything, I wouldn't just, like, ask for her number. I mean, some girls in college will do that just because, like, they want any attention they can get. But try and, like, establish some sort of rapport and, like, get to know her for a second. Just, like, hey, if you ever want to study, you can always text me. Boom, phone number, bang. That was a line. Use that line, fellas. Write that down. But that's what you should do. And guys, this whole like ball in her court, ball in your court, like she gives you her number, you give her your number, like whatever the case may be, forget all that. I like to just put it out there, take my phone, and it doesn't matter. Like either put out your phone in the phone app and just say, or like once you're on the button to type the number, just say, hey, you should text me anytime, whatever the case may be. Just give her your phone, she'll put it in, text her right after that, just say Will Goggin or whatever you want to say, and that's it. But listen, guys, we're kind of getting way sidetracked, but this is just how you should do things based on the fact that you go to class and you should come with a smile. That's what we'll end with. Come with a smile, and the rest be history. But seriously, fellas, it is so important to go to class, just meet all these people, be social, go out there, be outgoing. Like, everyone, think about it. Everyone in life around you always wants someone next to them to be the first one to speak, to give off the energy. Like, it gives you, kind of like opens up a path for you. So, follow that. Be the guy, Be the guy. Win on that. But I hope the tip today was good. I thought it was pretty good. As always, well, I guess for the next 30 days, we got more tips coming. So, we'll do a video like this every single day. Day 2 starting tomorrow. Stay tuned.